lot of great surfing ahead of us. Marco Mignot, G.Pittar, two surfers that are part of the rookie class this year, going head-to-head here at Burleigh Heads. Looks like we already got a start for these guys, starting with G.Pittar.
Yeah, so George just, wow, okay, one big major out the back. Followed with a little bit of variation there. This wave is shaping up to be a nice one. Gets the finish. And he's got more left in the tank here, so he's going to...
And then Marco as well here, Rick.
Yeah, Marco just easing his way into this wave. A clean snap to start off. How are these waves funneling down the sandbar? And Marco just forcing the little air rev. He gets to the finish. Comes through to this inside. Does he get this final finishing turn? Yes, he does. He throws it again. Another spin.
Already creating a reputation as one of the best aerialists on the top 34. Marco under priority. 4.83 start. There's that flow into the pocket. Also on a JS surfboard. And you see him just grace that finish. Super polished. Nice control.
What'd you say, Rick?
I saw some really good surfing, actually. Nice sweeping carve to start off. Now he just eyes off this final section and really carves through it. Difficult to do this maneuver where you're actually doing a rail turn on such a frothy closeout section. And that was silky smooth. Loved it.
I love that. And then George, just the quick in and out from him. But only the two turns from Marco. But I personally love that. You know, really cool to watch. Let's have a look. So just...
right into G.Pittar, screaming down the line and drilling his final section. Marco is just using everything he's got. Not every wave is a punt section. He's shown his rail work on his 6.43.
So quick, and then George down the line. And just the contrast, right? Goes to the wrap, to the rail, and then up into the lip. Gets that bit of progression there. Just the 1-2 combo. Really pushes hard there.
You know, there's a lot of friendly friendship and friendly rivalry. You know, we respect each other and we respect each other's sort of area as well. So maybe we'll just leave it there.
Didn't mean to make you go there, Rick. He's that fit, that focused, and still such a big fan of the sport as we watch G.Pittar under priority. Yeah, he gets stuck there. He does have a 6.8 that's keeping him out in front. Bottom drops out for Marco, up and out.
Wow, there's going to be a lot of waves like this, you know, some that really cup out. You know, there's a good contrast of...
Oh, look, as you say it, look at this thing doubling up.
Little wedge setting up for Marco. Just couldn't get around. He was just electric, realizing that his surfing belongs on tour. He doesn't want to be under pressure at that event, though. As we see George setting this one up, trying to keep his lead out front. Beautiful, silky carve through the open face, and he'll attack that end section. Two-turn combination, trying to improve on a 5, 6, 7 there.
Wow, I mean, it is some of the best in the world. I'd say up there with probably, you know, the top 10 guys that have a wrap on them. Let's have a look. Just the length. Look how high he, pivoted there in the face of the wave. He could not get any more critical. And then even this, really frothy, really hard to ride out of, but shades of Margaret.
This is what Marco just did.
Yeah, let's have a look.
Oh,
my goodness. Boy, how's that for a first turn? Putting it all on the line. That's what you need to do if you're going to match it with George right now, who's just dropped that 7.43. Does he finish? He does. You're going to ride out? Yep. Wow.
Come on! Let's go! One more!
Jason Aparicio is just frothing like he should be. How about that move, Richie?
Oh, wow. Just a big tail high air rev on a big section outside. So, you know, degree of difficulty and risk at the start of the wave, it was all there. And then he tidied it up with a beautiful finishing turn. So a great combination there.
Fun heat continues. All rookie class matchup here. G.Pittar throwing down a big arc. Deep off the bottom. Nice. Snap off the lip line. Surfing a lot of different parts of this wave. In the wave profile, changing on every single maneuver. Now he's got a little 1-foot wedge to blow the tail out. He'll get dropped off there, incomplete. The elimination round, up and out for George. Marco with first priority. We did lose Jackson Bunch. So far, Marco out in front. 6:10 on the clock. He wants his wave. Nice easy pace. Oh my goodness. It's bowling up for Mignot. Perfect snap. Hollow section. Throw tail in the flats. What a smooth transition.
What else you want? Fuck, man, come on!
Jason Aparicio is asking the world, are you not entertained? What else do you want to see from this man? I love the passion and fire from the support crew for Marco Mignot.
So it was a small little wave at the start. At this point I was going, oh, what's this thing going to do down the line? And then it cupped out. He just connects with that first turn beautifully. Straight up to the closeout section. Gets the air rev again. Mate, this guy is so consistent at landing this turn.
Oh.
Beautiful maneuver. Just projects off the lip. Total control the whole way through it. And even that first snap down the line, not losing any speed. Just that transition between those two turns, super fast. Staying nice and low. You can see the front foot right up towards the nose.
It's the claim for me. But, I mean, it just feels like the energy at the moment is with this man.
He's still rolling. Marco Mignot just up and out. Catching now 10 waves, remember.
There's real conviction when he goes into those progressive maneuvers, and here he goes again.
Now rolling in, Marco Mignot having a wonderful heat. Lays down that first carve off the top. Quick chip there in the pocket. Nice bowly section, he'll fly away. Passing the icy 2-minute warning. George now leaving it to this wave. Not much face yet. Needs an 8.8. He's hanging in there, hoping for something big. Starting to really jam down the line now. George having to still skate around this section. The wave's just not letting him go at it.
His surfing suits that wave. He'll have to regroup and reset for Margies.
How good is that? George moving on to a place where he's done well. Marco turning in his best heat to date on the championship tour.